I've got a real treat for you today. Welcome to Mylor Yacht Harbour, and I'm going to show you a beautiful example of Duchy 35 that we have here for sale. She's had very little use and she's been owned by a particularly caring owner. And when she was originally built, she was fitted with a lot of unusual fittings which just enhance the boat's looks and feel. So I'll start with the tour. First I'll draw your attention to these beautiful stainless steel transom corner pieces. That's the only Duchy 35 with those. It's something we fitted on a lot of the wooden boats, but this is the only Duchy 35 with those. We come and step on board, and obviously we walk into the lovely cockpit. And those of you that know the 35 will know that you've got all of this seating for up to 8 people comfortably, and probably a dozen with a couple of extra chairs. These tables are fantastic. They just close together like that to make one big table for dinner. And then when you're underway, you've got 2 tables with fiddles, put drinks on, don't slip off. This boat has been fitted with fishing rod holders. There, I think probably the only 35 of that. And the other thing to note is she's got extra thick, solid teak cap rails and capping rails on the cockpit coamings here, which are all beautifully varnished in 2-pack varnish system. She's got the gorgeous teak bifolding doors, which do this, close the boat right up and open the boat right up. We've got the fabulous double facing seat. This is a really nice spot to sit in inclement weather. This is an unusual interior actually. We've got galley up, but single cabin. And I'll show you more about that later. But let's look at the galley. We've got this fantastic fridge here and another one here for your drinks. Obviously combi microwave oven, and we've got dual induction hob and a sink there. That's driven by the 8 kilowatt generator. Got some fantastic storage solutions in here. Everything you need on board, and all the custom chinaware with the boat's name and glasses to match as well. All stored beautifully and safely. The boat's also fitted with a Seakeeper gyrostabiliser, which is located under this hatch here. We've got the flip over seat, gives you seating in both directions, and lovely captain's seat here with bolster, and this gorgeous traditional wheel and analog gauges, which is also an unusual feature on the Yanmar V8. So she's fitted with the V8 350 horsepower upgrade. When we go down below, this really is a truly unique feature. This is the only Duchy 35 to have its own standalone shower stall. So that's a really unusual feature. Anyone that wants a standalone shower, this is the only one. In here is the heads. Electric toilet, as standard. And gorgeous forward cabin. And it's got these extra padded seats here, which effectively are making the bed wider at the top in the middle there. This is the expansive lazarette. In here, we've got the 8 kVA Fisher Panda generator, which is silent running. You just don't hear that when she's running. On board we got the Zodiac dinghy there, all the fenders and lines, the flares. You'll notice down underneath that you can see the water tanks, and we hold about 500 litres of water between the 2 tanks in there. We've got really easy to access isolation switches for the batteries, and we've got the AC switch panel and fuse board down there as well for the AC electrics. But as you can see, there's just loads of room down there for all the bits and pieces you might need, paddle boards, dinghies, life rafts, all that stuff. But also the cockpit seats have storage as well, including custom storage for the tables that you see up here on the top. So, as I said earlier, this boat is fitted with a Yanmar 8LV 350 horsepower, obviously 2 of them. As you can see, everything is really easy to access and it's lovely and clean down here, even though the boat's a few years old. Obviously been extremely well maintained, and there's no sign of any leakage or issues. We've got fuel filters in the centre here, no tools required to change those. Simply just spin the top off, flick the fuel filter out, put a new one in. Gravity fed. We've got isolation valves on the fuel tank to stop fuel running. Open those, bleed the filter, and away she'll go. Engines are self-bleeding. We've got our raw water filters, one for each engine either side, easy to access, and you can actually look in there and see if you've got any debris in there. Nice and simple. They're above the water line, so you don't even need to shut the seacocks off to inspect them. Next to that over here, we've got the Seakeeper raw water strainer. The Seakeeper is actually seawater cooled, and that's a strainer to protect the pump. Next to that, we've got the engine room camera, which allows you to visually inspect the engines when running underway from your MFD displays on the helm console. We've got the cooling water right here, so you can see it, dead simple on both. And actually on these engines, you've got oil dipsticks, both of them in the center, one for each engine, but they're also got them on the outside as well. So you have 2 dipsticks on these engines, which is a really nice feature actually. Makes it all really easy to look after. They're great engines. They're used in the Toyota Land Cruiser. They're super reliable, they're smooth and they're quiet, and they really are a really nice upgrade to the boat. Thanks. Really nice things about a Duchy 35 is the ease of access to the side decks. We've got a really nice door there which encloses the cockpit safely, same as the aft door in the transom, which means your kids and dogs and whatever other animals you might have on board are kept nice and safe in the cockpit. And also when we step out here onto the side decks, you can see that it's a really protected area. You've got really good handholds all round. As I said earlier, don't forget we've got these beautiful varnished capping rails here. And again, one of the beautiful and fairly unique features of the Duchy 35 is this incredible side door, which allows you to access the helm position so easily. So if I was handling the boat on my own, as you can see here, I can hold the wheel and the controls without any problem at all. I've got my twin thrusters here, so I've got a bow and a stern thruster. Again, an extra upgrade that this boat has. And I can easily access the midships cleat here. So if I had a dock lines set up like I do here, I just grab the dock lines, put them on here, and the boat's secure. Lovely, solid pulpit rail, really nice solid handrails here, nothing moving, feel really safe and secure. A huge forward deck. The upper coach roof on Dolly has genuine teak decking on here. That's another unusual feature, an upgrade. And she also has sunbathing cushions which cover the whole area, which is a really nice thing to have. In here, got our anchor. It's all Duchy 35s. And one of the nice things is you've got a second bow roller. If you want to pick up a mooring, you can pick up your mooring. It can go straight onto this bollard here. It keeps all the mud and crud and other seaweed and things that grow on mooring lines safe in here, and you can just wash it out with a bucket of water. It saves it going all over your beautiful decks. You can control the windlass from here or from the MFD at the helm. And then we come up here, got a lovely access hatch for the forward cabin for light and air. And when you look up on top, we've got the life raft upgrade, so permanently rigged life raft with hydrostatic release. We got a beautiful varnished teak mast, which is a very unusual feature. Not many Duchies have those. And the fantastic electric fully opening sunroof. And last but not least, searchlight, which is electronically controlled from the helm position. Dead useful when you're coming into a place like Mylor where you've got a lot of moorings and there's no lights. Be late at night, really nice feature to have. There you go, that's Dolly. She must be one of the most highly specified Duchy 35s out there. She was built in 2021 and she's for sale today with us for just under £700,000. Please do give me a call if you've got any questions about this boat.